And the CDC is out with new recommendations on shorter isolation periods for people with the virus. New York and at least four other states now reporting more daily cases than any other point during the pandemic. Deborah Alfarone tells us more.
The CDC is shortening recommended isolation time for Americans with COVID-19 from 10 days to 5 for those not experiencing symptoms. It cited growing evidence people with the virus are most infectious 1 to 2 days before symptoms appear and 2 to 3 days after.
Namely, getting people back in half the time than they would have been out so that they can get back to the workplace doing things that are important to keep society running smoothly.
On Monday, President Biden met virtually with his COVID response team and many of the nation's governors.
We do know that with the rising cases, we still have tens of millions of unvaccinated people, and we're seeing hospitalizations rise.
With the Omicron variant spreading quickly, the number of new daily cases has risen above 200,000, nearing an all-time high.
Did you here for a COVID test today?
This drive-through testing site in La Crosse, Wisconsin, saw cars backed up down the street, an increasingly common scene.
We're just getting to the point that our staff can't handle it anymore. It's overwhelming at times.
And just days before the ball drops on New Year's Eve, people waiting for their test are crowding the sidewalks of New York's Times Square. Workers at all of the city's 184,000 businesses must now show proof of at least one vaccine dose. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News.
And the president also telling those governors today that the virus will not be solved on the federal level. Meanwhile, the CDC also says those who are exposed to the virus but boosted will no longer need to quarantine, and those who are unvaccinated should still quarantine for 5 full days.